All right, what's going on, everyone? My name's Dewey Davenport, and I'm up here in Urbana, Ohio at the Mid-America Flight Museum Restoration Shop. This is my third video on the GeeBee QED that they're restoring here in Urbana, Ohio, and they're coming along really well. So what we're going to do, we're going to go talk to Bill and Doug. Doug is and Bill are kind of like the masterminds of the restoration or the fixing the aircraft, and they're going to walk us through, talk about what's been going on. And from our last video, we didn't have the engine. The engine, I believe, was already sent off and getting repaired, so that's done. And Doug told me today that he is really anticipating this airplane will be done here in about 4 to 6 weeks. It's really just putting everything together. So if you've been able to watch the other videos, like I said, there's 2 or 3 other videos before this. You get to see what's been going on with the landing gear, the motor, the engine that's on it, different things like that. I think what we're going to do, I'm going to quit talking. I'm going to go see what Doug and Bill's up to, and let them tell you about this this project that they're finishing up right now. How you doing, Doug?
I'm doing good, Dewey. How are you?
Good, good. So thanks for taking the time here to show us this GeeBee QED that you're putting together.
No problem. Always good to see you, Dewey. Thanks for coming up today.
Well, what's going on here? I just kind of gave a little overview of what's going on. You're saying 4 to 6 weeks until you're possibly done.
You really had to say that, Dewey?
Yeah.
So we've moved the QED over here to the middle bay of our old shop because it has doors big enough to get an assembled airplane out of. And I mean, as you can see, we are putting the airplane together. We've had the whole airplane together kind of piece at a time over in the other shop. And we have at this point repaired a lot of things, modified a lot of things, and so now we're just in the reassembly process. We've got engine controls working, we've got the electrical system working, we've got wings on, ailerons are on, we put rudder and elevator on earlier this week, all that's hooked up, everything's working. So yeah, it doesn't look like it's about done, but we're about done with this airplane, and that's exciting.
Well, that's really cool. Can you walk us through and just kind of give almost like a little pre-flight, maybe talk about the engine, what size it is again. We can just kind of walk around it.
Sure.
I know you put counterbalances on the ailerons. I see they're completed and done.
Yep, they're on there, yeah.
But yeah, let's just do a quick little walk through. I'm sorry.
That's right. The engine is a Wright 1820, 1400 horsepower. And last year we took it off the airplane, we sent it out to Anderson Aeromotive, and they put it on their test stand and they ran it for about 11 hours, and they said the engine is great, and they sent it back, and a few weeks ago we put it back on the airplane. We had all new fluid hoses made for it because it's been 11 years at this point since the engine has even run. So we had all new fluid hoses made for the airplane, so everything here is new. We've had electricity up here, the cow flaps work, the oil cooler doors down there work. So it's in good shape. The propeller that I think you saw over in the other shop right now, it came back about a month ago from Maxwell Propeller in Minnesota. They did the 5-year AD note and overhaul, and it's in good shape. It is ready to go back on the airplane. As soon as we're ready for it, we'll go bring it over here and stick it on there. As you can see, we've got pitot-static lines coming out of the wing up to the cockpit. Down here is brake line coming down through the landing gear. We're going to make, it's disconnected right here. We're going to make a new flexible hose that goes up from there up to the brake. They're Goodyear brakes. And, but we've got that stuff here. It'll take a day or two. We'll have that made and we can connect all that stuff. The big wheel pants and cuffs and everything, we've had all of that on, and it's been rigged. The strut here, we took it apart about a month ago. We completely overhauled the struts with new seals. It's got fluid in it, it's got nitrogen, it's holding, so that is great. So it's fantastic. All the lights in the wings work. We're in good shape. As you come around, you can see we've added the counterweights on the aileron. And I think we've talked about I think we've talked about this before, but we designed the mast here that holds the lead weight out here, and we cast that here ourselves. That was a lot of fun that day. So as we come around here, we're having a little confab about our trim system and having a good time here. Right today?
A good time.
Right. So everything is going.
Order more parts.
Order more parts. So the back of the fuselage, we put new fabric on it, and we went ahead and rib stitched the fabric onto the stringers, and that turned out real nice. We painted it. It's ready to go. Beautiful urethane paint. We repainted the turtle deck. It is gorgeous as well. So
I just got you guys kind of putting it on there.
yeah.
So what is this, every inch?
Yeah, every
Wow.
inch.
I guess going high speed, you
High
better.
speed. It's a fast airplane. So you can kind of look up here from the quadrant going forward. We've designed a whole new engine control system, new belt cranks, and new push tubes. And all of that's working. We're going stop to stops on all the controls up there.
Wow.
Yeah. Paul, our good friend, Paul Workman, he took the tail wheel apart and overhauled the strut on the tail wheel. We have a new tire back here for the tail wheel. It is gorgeous. So I don't know if you can get it in the video, but it wasn't until yesterday I was standing back here in this perspective of the airplane with the fuselage and the wing, the dihedral in the wing, and the wood coming down. I thought, man, that looks a lot like a Corsair wing.
It does. I've never noticed that.
Yeah, I have never noticed the gull wing feature of this until kind of standing back here in this perspective. So that's kind of cool.
Wow.
So we've done a lot of work in the cockpit. We kind of redid the rudder system and the aileron system, cleaned up a lot in the electrical system. We've got everything working now. We hooked up our 24 volts to the system, checked each circuit one at a time, and everything is checking out really well so far. So I'm waiting on one component. There's an electric-driven fuel pump that mounts right down here. So if tracking is correct, it'll be here tomorrow, freshly overhauled, and we'll mount it. And since we took it apart, we had all new fluid hoses made for the fuel system down here as well. So if you look right ahead of the cockpit, that's the fuel tank for the airplane, 180 gallons. So we're projecting a fuel burn of in the neighborhood, a cruise of 50 gallons per hour on an 1820, give or take, of course.
50 gallons. And how many gallons is this tank?
About 180.
180 gallons.
Yeah.
Good gracious.
Yep.
So what is this down here? Is this
That's the oil coolers.
okay.
Are in that. Yep, behind that shroud.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. And then how many gallons of oil?
12.
12 gallons of oil.
Yeah, 12 gallons of oil. Yep.
You got the nav lights. What's this coming out of here? Oh, for the flying wires.
Those are the flying wires. We don't have the flying wires on yet. I'm waiting on the clevises for the landing gear wires down here. So right now, the clevises for the flying wires are attached to our temporary rods on the landing gear wires. So we're waiting on that. But we should have those within the next week or so. And so, and I know we've seen this before, and it got a lot of comments. But the new spreader bar is down here. And just for all those people who like to comment on here, this is the 1934 design of the QED. It had that spreader bar. And it needs it to keep this gear straight.
Yeah, and here's the some drawings that you guys made.
Yep.
Looks like for attach points for the
Yeah,
fairings.
for all the ribs here that support this big fairing that's out here.
Wow.
So all of that is new. The strut we didn't remake that obviously, but everything down here is all new. New V-strut, new plate down there, new spreader bar.
So you guys, all this is new?
Yeah, all that's new.
You made all that, okay.
Yeah, yep, all that is new.
Wow.
We noticed a little misalignment in the parallelism of this fork right here. And so one of our volunteers works at a shop where they have an EDM machine, and he was able to take the strut and that, put it in their EDM machine, and line bore, if you will, with an EDM, this hinge line right here, so it's parallel with the axis of the landing gear. So we have a big inflatable paint booth, okay? And in fact, it's all rolled up right over there in the corner. You can see it. But it usually sits right here, and we brought the QED over here and rolled it into the paint booth to paint the fuselage. So one of the things I had in the back of my mind, to check alignment of landing gear, you can take big pieces of paper and set it down on your floor and roll the airplane over it. And if that paper moves inboard or outboard, then your landing gear is not straight. So I knew when we brought the QED over here and roll it into the paint booth, if the floor of the paint booth started curling up or something like that, the gear would not be straight. We missed it. The paint booth didn't move. It's perfect. So that was an exciting day. That was a big win moment.
Well, I don't expect anything less when you're doing any restoration or rebuilding, Doug. This is what amazes me, just these big fuel and oil lines. I guess this is probably a fuel line here.
Yeah.
Wow, look how big that is. That's, I guess, 50 gallons an hour.
It's thirsty.
That's at cruise.
Yeah, it's thirsty.
So,
yeah. So we made a new firewall for it, and our good friend Paul, he made a beautiful blanket on the back side here to keep some of the noise and heat, away from the cockpit and the rest of the stuff back here behind the firewall. So we're doing a lot of work up here right now with all of our engine controls, getting everything rigged just right. But it's turning out great. Yep, it is turning out great.
So really here in a few weeks, I'm going to be able to come over here and...
Maybe you can come over the day we put the propeller on, Dewey. You grab one blade, I'll grab the other and throw it up there.
That's right. I don't even want to touch that thing. It's so big. Well, it is pretty interesting to see all this engineering and, really you guys just tidying up things over the past, year you've been working on this?
2 years now. We've been on
years?
this for 2 years, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a beautiful restoration, or I don't know what you would call it, but you've been putting it together for 2 years.
Right.
So
right.
Came here on a truck and going to leave out of here flying.
It's going to fly out of here. So, that's right.
Well, you got a lot of help here. Looks like they're doing a great job.
They are. Bill's over here. Okay. Bill's usually on microphone with me, but he's running around working on some stuff today.
Yeah. We're trying to make holes. We're trying to make sense of holes.
Sense of holes.
We're about there.
Yeah. Wow.
So and then last week, if you're on Facebook and following us, you'll notice another airplane arrived here on the field last week. So as soon as we finish this up, we're going to jump right into the next one, and it's a little bigger than this one. It is the C-41 that we have in our collection, and
so how much are you going to do to that? It's just interior.
It's going to be an interior, but there's going to be a lot of designing and things like that with the interior. So we have the seats for it, but we don't have any of the panels or any of the wall structure, stuff like that. And Scott has a few ideas, things that he would like us to add as we're doing this. So that's going to be a fun project. Paul, who's right next door here with us, he's going to spend a lot of time on the C-41, and we're, of course, as a team, we're just going to attack that thing and get it out of here as fast as we can.
Okay, because it's going to take a lot of real estate. It takes a lot of real estate.
Our very good friends at the north end of the field, Champaign Aviation Museum, they have a building big enough. They're the ones that are restoring the B-17 Champaign Lady up there in their hangar, and they have a C-47 and an A-26, and they had room for our C-41, and were gracious enough to let us park it in there while we do this airplane, because
right,
our hangar's not quite big enough for that.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's a DC-3.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I think this is, I went in the back where you have all the parts labeled, the wings, the cowling,
Yeah.
the
When that
fuselage.
room is empty, the airplane's done.
Okay. So hopefully here, I'll come here in a few more weeks, do another update of this video, and I'm sure you guys have panels on this, and prop might be on it, and hopefully I'm around when they come out here and do some engine runs,
Oh, yeah.
and maybe fly it. You gonna test fly it first?
I thought you were going to do that.
No,
Dave.
I'm not.
No.
I think we both, well, maybe Kelly.
Kelly. I nominate Kelly.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna let you get to work, Doug.
Always appreciate you coming up, Dewey.
Thank you so much for taking the time to do this, and everybody else here, Mid-America Flight Museum. This is the North Campus.
The North Campus. All right. We'll see you next time.